6:48, time for the morning rush. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham recently shared her thoughts on the military helping in the area along the southern border. Now, during an interview on Face the Nation on CBS yesterday, the governor denounced the way that the Trump administration is dealing with illegal immigrants crossing into the U.S. The governor said that they are doing everything in the state to make sure that Medicaid funds are also taken care of.
This morning, APD is investigating a crash near Chelwood and Manal in northeast Albuquerque. Yesterday afternoon, police say a truck hit two pedestrians. One is in critical condition, the other is stable.
Officials say that a wildfire burning north of Silver City is now nearly contained. The iron fire started on May the 4th when lightning struck a tree in the Gila wilderness. That blaze is now 92% contained. Original reports estimated that more than 900 acres had burned, but officials have now downsized that number after getting a better look at the damage. Ryan.
Very sunny right now across the land of Enchantment. A beautiful morning in Santa Fe. Sunny, not as chilly as yesterday morning. 45 degrees, still calm winds, and not too dry nor too humid. 60% humidity. More snow melt in the northern mountains, and 90s for high temperatures in southern New Mexico, but a bit windier ahead.
We are working to find out if the two suspects accused in a recent shooting in downtown Albuquerque will be facing additional charges after the victim died. Police say two 18-year-olds, Matthew Akuge and Isaiah Martinez, were accused of shooting David Segura following a verbal altercation. During their pretrial hearing on Friday, state prosecutors broke the news of the victim's death.
A now former Roswell police officer has been fired after choking his now ex-girlfriend. According to police, the victim contacted Roswell police April the 5th, saying that she was battered by her boyfriend at the time, Roswell police officer Brandon Spites. Spites turned himself in on April the 16th.
Local moms were the star of the show at the biopark this weekend. The biopark held its annual Mother's Day at Zoo Sunday morning, celebrating all things mom. The festivities included live music performances from jazz to mariachi and more, as well as a brunch picnic. Ryan.
And becoming windier ahead. Now today a bit breezy, tomorrow and Wednesday will be the windiest of the week. Maybe a couple areas may even experiencing some damaging winds in the northeast highlands. Some dust, the higher fire threat, especially tomorrow and Wednesday. A little bit calmer by the end of the week.
A New Mexico volunteer first responder is now the recipient of a high honor. Mark Levesque is currently the area commander for the New Mexico State Police Search and Rescue Team. Levesque is being awarded for his commitment to his life-saving work, recently earning the coveted Ralph Dowdy Memorial Award.
A cat is back home with its family this morning thanks to some help from local firefighters. Albuquerque Fire Rescue says an orange cat was stuck inside of the engine compartment of a Toyota Corolla over the weekend. After carefully taking parts of the car out, responders were able to safely remove the animal from the vehicle without any injury to the cat or damage to the car.
The state's largest no-kill animal shelter received some community support over the weekend, and they did it in style. Watermelon Mountain Ranch hosted their 6th annual Fashion and Compassion Show. That was at the Marriott Pyramid. All the proceeds from the event will go toward Molly's Mercy Missions. That's an organization that saves animals across the Southwest from euthanasia. Ryan.
And taking a look at traffic right now, pretty quiet traffic conditions so far on this Monday morning. No major accidents nor slowdowns. Taking a look at Tracker heading north 925 around Central. It's getting a little bit busier out there, but again, no major disruptions for traffic so far on this Monday morning. We'll have more traffic updates throughout the rest of the morning.
A 106-year-old World War II U.S. Army veteran receives France's highest honor. The Consul General of France in Miami presented John Skeen with the Legion of Honor Award. Skeen was given the award for his service in the 70th Infantry Rifle Platoon, which liberated small towns in France during World War II.
And now it's time for the 5 facts.
At number 5, a New Mexico volunteer first responder is the recipient of a high honor. Mark Levesque is currently the area commander for the New Mexico State Police Search and Rescue Team, a career path he started down 19 years ago. As he is set to retire in July, Levesque is being awarded for his commitment to his life-saving work, recently earning the coveted Ralph Dowdy Memorial Award.
At number 4, this morning officials say that a wildfire burning north of Silver City is now nearly contained. The iron fire started on May the 4th when lightning struck a tree in the Gila wilderness. That blaze is now 92% contained. Original reports estimated that more than 900 acres had burned, but officials have downsized that number after getting a better look at the damage.
And at number 3, mostly dry today, breezier yet with that higher fire threat, but tomorrow that higher fire threat will be more prevalent. Warmer, drier, breezier, and maybe a couple sprinkles here and there. Tomorrow will be windier, but not as windy as compared to the past few windy events.
At number 2, we are working to find out if the 2 suspects accused in the recent shooting in downtown Albuquerque will be facing additional charges after the victim died. Now, APD says that David Segura was shot on May the 4th. Police say the 2 18-year-olds, Matthew Aguque and Isaiah Martinez, were accused of shooting Segura. That was following a verbal altercation. Now, last week, APD arrested the 2 teens, and during their pretrial hearing on Friday, state prosecutors broke the news of the victim's death. Well, the judge ruled that both teens will be held until trial. In the meantime, the 2 are facing several charges, including aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. We reached out to APD to see if they're going to be facing homicide charges, but have not heard back.
And at number 1, Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham recently shared her thoughts on the military helping in the area along the southern border. During an interview on Face the Nation yesterday, the governor denounced the way the Trump administration is dealing with illegal immigrants crossing into the U.S. She says the lack of due process and clear constitutional violations should be concerning, but went on to say that she's most upset about communities being unfairly targeted. The governor was also asked about funding cuts to Medicaid and said they're doing everything in the state to make sure those funds are handled.